Well then, welcome to the probably last episode of Besiege. There's only one level left in the first island, so once I have beaten that, I will probably play around a bit in the sandbox, and then this, let's just call it, series is done. Since this, like I said in my 20 minutes till dawn video, this game is quite slow and I have to speed up a lot of things, and I don't know how exciting that is, so... And for me it's also a lot of work, and I'm mostly doing this because I like it, and it's not that fun if I have to watch the entire footage like 15 times just to speed up everything where I have to speed something up. That I kinda said, what I said is not quite right. I said a number that is a bit too high, but well, that's something that might happen with me. But now, let's get started with the level. Destroy 6% of everything. We have a few enemies. No archers though, that is quite good, as they can be quite annoying. And, well, this is the last level of the first island, and it doesn't really seem all that hard. I want to try a certain block out, because that might be something I'll use for this stage. And that would be the grabber with a remote grenade. I want to know if the remote grenade has the same explosion power as a normal bomb, and I don't think so. If I compare that with this, yeah, this explosion is stronger. So that doesn't work quite that well. But that doesn't mean that the stage will be hard. I'll just have to take a different approach. So, I will increase the size of this thing a bit, like this, to have a lot of space for possible weaponry. And then we can get started with trying out what weapons might work. Okay, here I'll have to use a triple beam. Here I'll take this, this also. And I think I should add some steering, but with 3 I don't really know how that works. So probably like this. Does this thing turn now? Yeah, good, it turns. Great. But then, which weapons haven't I used all that much now? I could play around with a flamethrower again, that's something I love to use. I could try some shrapnel cannons to see how much damage they do. Okay, they are actually quite strong. Then I'll just need something to defeat the rest of the enemies and maybe destroy a bit of the castle, or at least of the huts. So what could I use for that? I could... Well, the flamethrowers don't really work for that. I could use some cannons against the castle, even though they wouldn't do enough damage, I think. I could in theory use the shrapnel cannons for the castle, And for the normal enemies, I could try something like, I don't know if that will be too high or not, but this is something that may work. I think it's too high. Yeah. Are there any... Yes, there are bigger wheels, but this is motor wheel, so... How exactly does something like a powered large wheel work? That would be my question. Because this is quite effective. I don't know what the difference really is, but it works, so that's all that matters. Okay, it seems to work. I'll just need more, well, probably a bit more of some normal cannons for a bit more range than just the shrapnel cannons. And maybe like 1, 2, well, not there, like there. Maybe some flamethrowers. Why? Okay. With that I can burn down the houses. Okay, I should probably first... Well, I can't shoot the cannons first, as then the... because then the flamethrowers will fall off, so I'll have to use the flamethrowers, but I have to wait a bit or so. So first, get rid of the normal little enemies. Then try to burn the houses down, or just run them over. This vehicle is an absolute unit, so... Okay, this is interesting. My building, my construct accidentally split apart. And now I have two different things here. Well, that didn't go as planned. I need more destructive power against the castle. And I can remove the flamethrowers. I will probably not edit out that much of this building footage, since, well, this is the last episode and it's gonna be a bit short if I edit out too much of this. But now I think that I will do something like this. And then I'll add some cannons. They will fall off instantly when they shoot. But that won't be a problem, as I can only shoot once anyways. So this should be good enough. It just has to survive for long enough that I can use it. And I've done it! That's... It feels good to have finished this level. And for now, since this video would be not even 10 minutes long. Okay. That's nice. On the world map, the design for the island has changed to burn in ruin, because, well, I just destroyed pretty much everything that was on there. I've unlocked the second island, but I want to try out the Sandbox to see what's in there. I'll take the ancient routes. It's basically, that seems to be the basic Sandbox, and it seems like I don't really have any size restrictions here in the Sandbox, since I can do something like this. That's quite nice. But now, let's just play around with a few features of the game. To, well, maybe learn a bit, try a bit of things out. This is quite interesting, as it seems you can at least make a bit automated machines. So something like this. Height 5, okay. Emulate which button is the grabber? V. So then I'll put it up a bit. This then emulates a V. And if I now put down a bomb here, and then I'll build something like this, and this. If I now were... Okay, it pretty much gets dropped instantly, so maybe I should increase the height. Ah, it shows me where the height is, so I'll just do this. If I now do this, it gets dropped at the point when I reach the height. Nice. If I were to do something like this, will I actually move forward? No, I'll just spin. So, how do I actually move forward? Okay, this seems to be a bit of an answer. How about I reduce it to 4, 5? It works, but the works go. I put the works in quotation marks. Well, that's pretty much what goes for all of my creations. They work in quotation marks. And again, it starts to jitter around and crash. Okay. But it's interesting that you can do some automated things like that. Can I just normally fly around like this? Maybe remove the panels. It's too heavy again. I have to reduce the mass to like 0.4. It's still too heavy. The plan would be that it has like somewhere around the same weight as the thing, the flying block in the front, so that it balances that out. Okay, now it's not enough. It's maybe 3, 4. I really don't know how this flying is supposed to work. I could try some different flying blocks. I could try this with U and J. If I were to combine that with this, okay, I have a working flying mechanism. So now I remove the control to put this on the front arrow key. Then I'll put another one here and one here. Put that one to left and that one to right. And now okay, it's more like spinning than moving forward. But it's interesting how it works. So, what other things are there that I can play around with? Because now I've somewhat figured out how to fly. Maybe the contractable spring. I could try out something with that. How about... not that one. I'll take this one as a base so that the creation doesn't fall over or so. And then, this time again, I will try to build some sort of catapult. But maybe this time it will actually work. But the question is, how well does it really work? And I'll need something like maybe the hinge works. It seems to be exactly what I was searching for, so great. But then there's the question, will I be able to build some sort of catapult or something like that with this? Because this will just fall down. And for that I have to know how exactly the contractable spring works. If I now do something like this, I'll add one piece of ballast to here, to the back, and to the front goes a contractable spring from here to here. If I now am to... okay. If I press it, just goes together. Okay, makes sense. And then I will do this. Increase the amount of ballast. Putting down 2 and then all the way up to 2. If I now do this. Okay, it's a bit too much. So then maybe the decoupler would work. If I were to do this, and then I'll add the ballast, like this. Put the weight up to max. Then I can do this and then this. That works great. Oh, I can increase the strength. Good to know. But it's not enough. Okay, so this could work somehow. Now I'll need something like a holder. I didn't know that this existed. Or exists. Yeah, I think I have to cushion the fall a bit. Okay. And then maybe the strength is something different than I imagined for this one. Okay, maybe I'll have 2 of those springs. Maybe that works better. No, please go down here, thanks. Then strength up. Strength up. That's what I'm talking about. I made a somewhat working catapult. But I want to go down a bit more. That's why the springs are a problem. But what other things are there? Suspension, okay. I have an idea. Emulate a press of L. Very short distance. And then okay, I'll increase the distance a slight bit. Like this. Okay, still not enough. How about this? Okay. It would have to keep pressing the button. And I don't know how that works, so I won't do that. But I managed to build a catapult. I'm happy about that. I don't have to use a bomb. I could also use something like a flaming ball. And yeah, I'm happy with that. This is now pretty much the end for my Besiege in quotation marks series. Because, well, it was just 3 videos. Maybe someday I'll go back to this, but I don't know. But yeah, I had my fun. That's what I wanted to achieve with this channel, having fun. Well, mainly I have fun. If I make the day for some of you, if there are multiple people watching this video, better, then that's also great. But the main goal, which is for me to have fun, is achieved. And so, yeah, the series did what it was supposed to do, and so I'm done. Have fun with the rest of your lives. Good luck finding the next video. This ending always changes always, but it ain't better. It's not so dynamic, but have fun. Good luck finding your next video, and until next time, I'll now eat my cake, and I'm out.